Okay, we're going to take a look at the new upsells feature inside of SureCart. I want to show you how it works. I want to walk through setting it up for a product on my website, give you some ideas of how you could use it, and go through some of the questions that have already been asked by many of you. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in. You can access the upsell section by going to SureCart in the left-hand menu here and go to upsells. If you don't see it, you'll need to click on products, and that exposes these little sub-menu options for collections, order bumps, and then there's the upsells. And they've got it currently flagged as a beta. It's fully functional. I think that they're just wanting to continue to make it better, and having a little beta flag gives them a little bit of permission to have everything not be perfect and for them to make rapid updates to it. So let's go access it, and pretty simple from here. We just click add new, and we're going to create an upsell funnel. Emphasis on funnel here because we're not creating a product. We're creating a mechanism through which to sell another product. That's the first little bit of information here. A product in an upsell is just a normal product in SureCart. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So let's create an upsell funnel. I'll call this my Coaching to All Access Pass upsell and click create. And you don't have to worry, as it says, your customers will never see the name. That's just for your own internal use. And you can always change it later once you've created it here at the top. One of the things that I really like about the SureCart setup is that their upsell funnels are conditional. It's a feature I wish was in some of the other tools that I use. We can set this up to be an upsell funnel for all products or specific purchases, whether those are in the cart or if someone's in another checkout flow, maybe on a custom form for a specific product. In our case, we'll set up a specific purchase. I will add a condition, and I'm going to choose a product here. And that product, we're going to look for our asynchronous coaching. It's right there at the top. So in this particular funnel, somebody's going to purchase my $39 per week coaching program. So in this example, I've got someone who's walking through the checkout process for my weekly coaching program. It's like an asynchronous thing where people can ask questions. I'll click and add that as a condition, and this upsell funnel that we're going to build is for them to bump up or be upsold into the All Access Pass membership so that they can get access to the community, all my courses, office hours, and things like that. So here we have our show upsell offer if, and this is where we can choose all of these items are in the cart, any of these items, or none. So it's just a further way to get granular with our specific purchase condition that we've set. I'll go ahead and leave this as all of these items are in the cart. That makes sense for me. And you can keep adding conditions just by clicking add a condition. You can choose another product, and that way you can say if these two products are in the cart, then upsell this, or if none of these products, or if any of these products. It's pretty handy the way that they've got that set up. Now we get to the really cool part where we can start to craft our upsell offer. Now here we have upsell offer number one. This is just what's going to be offered no matter what. So we're going to click add product. And like I mentioned before, this is not a product we're creating fresh right now. This is a product we are choosing that already exists on our site. So you're going to want to have already created the product that you want to add as your upsell offer. So we will give this a name. We'll call this our All Access Pass. We'll choose our product. There's our All Access Pass quarterly membership. Now I've selected my quarterly All Access Pass membership, and I could just simply offer this to them and say, would you also like to pick this up? But I think instead what I want to do is offer them the All Access Pass at a discount. And I don't want to discount just the quarterly membership. I want to change this, and I want to look for my All Access Pass here, and I want to upsell them into the $600 per year. The math there works out so that the $600 every year is already a 2-month free discount. But I think we could spice this up just a little bit and give them a 3rd month for free. So an enticement to pick up their All Access Pass through this upsell that they would not be able to get otherwise. So we're going to give them an additional $60 off. So we'll choose a fixed discount amount of $60. What that essentially does is that brings this price down from 2 months free to 3 months free off the total. Whereas if they had gone the quarterly membership, they'd spend $720 per year. If they bought the annual, they'd spend $600, but we're going to give them an additional $60 off and say, hey, why not just join this version instead? So now we get to choose when the display conditions are going to happen. So you can choose always show, regardless of past purchases. That wouldn't make sense. If they're already an All Access member and they're just simply purchasing weekly coaching help with me, I think that wouldn't make very much sense. So instead of offering them the product they've already purchased at a discount, which can be awkward, instead I'm going to say skip if purchased. Now we get to decide what our upsell page or offer looks like when it gets presented to the customer after they complete their initial purchase. By default, we have a section here called template, and they've created a default template that we can take a look at here. And it looks pretty good. This would be really good for like a physical product or a product that you want to have a gallery for. It looks very traditional e-commerce, something that you would see on like a WooCommerce or a Shopify. Very standard. It's great if you want to adjust quantities and colors and variations on a product. These are the product variables. It has the add to cart button and the no thanks. This can all be edited. If I open up the list view here and I expand out these groups, I find the upsell item here. Keep expanding out the groups like this. Almost done. There's just so many groups. There we go. So when you break it down to its base components, it's just a bunch of blocks inside of groups and columns. This by itself, you can take this design, tweak it, edit this however you want by dragging things. You can delete various components. So you can edit this however you want. But if you don't want to use a look that's particularly exactly like this, let me show you how you can create your own design. So we go under this template section here, and instead of default, let me open this up. You can see I've already created a new template, but you can click this add new button. And then you can create a new template. We'll just call ours our demo and click create. And now when I click this edit button, it's going to open up a new tab, and it's going to load the same template we were just looking at, but now this is one that I can fully customize. Notice at the top of the screen here with this little purple text, you can see I am editing the demo template that I just created. And now I can do anything that I want to this template. I can drag things around, and I won't change my default template that I may want to use or reference back to in the future. Now I've already gone ahead and done some customizations, and I built a template called the All Access Pass Upsell template. And I want to show you just what you can do. This is by no means the end-all be-all of template designs, but I wanted to make something radically different and quite a departure from what we were just looking at. So I went with like a single column layout. Actually, let me show it to you here so you can see it, not in the editor. So this is what I came up with. It's very, very traditional upsell. I've got the countdown timer at the top. I have my title right here. I created my own little price cross out little flag here with the 3 months for free. I added a Presto player video. I put an overlay and I had it silent play so that it looks enticing to click on, where the user can learn about my offer. Did a few bullet points about what I'm offering. And then there's that button where they can purchase it, along with a no thanks where they can skip it if they're not interested. This is the type of upsell page that I'm used to seeing, and the type of upsell page that I'm going to use when I offer upsells, rather than this type of design where it's more just traditional e-commerce. Doesn't quite fit the feel of a funnel to me, whereas this really does. So I want to show you just a quick look at how I built this in case you're interested. It's really not complicated at all. Okay, so back inside of our editor here, I can open up the list view, and instead of all those groups and the columns for SureCart, I got rid of all those. I simply added one parent container, and then in this parent container here on the right hand side, I gave it a background color, which is like my brand gray, and then I kept that upsell section. I kept everything that was in the upsell, and then I just replaced their groups with simple containers because I like the design better. And everything is just vertical. I have very few horizontal containers except for, say, for this one right here where I have my price cross out, and then I have a container that houses the get 3 free months. That's just another container with a header. And then here I have a container down here for my bullet points because I wanted to have 2 columns. That's just containers that are flexing horizontally. And then I have my container down the bottom where I've restricted the width of my button because it's like a special button that they give you. So I just wanted to restrict it rather than having it go full width. So very easy there. My video here in the middle, I don't know why when I open up the list view, it shrinks. This is what it actually looks like. This is a Presto player video player, which I really think makes this whole presentation. If we jump back to look at it again, I think this whole thing is really made by having this autoplay video. Here, let me refresh it with the click here to play. Super easy to make. All you have to do is open the block inserter and then just search for like Presto. And if you have Presto Player installed, you can simply drag, if you have a Vimeo video or if you have a BunnyNet video, you just drag it where you want it. Let's close our toggle block inserter so it looks good again. And then here on the right-hand side with the video player selected, again, this is the Presto Player video player, we can choose to muted autoplay. We can choose to add a muted autoplay overlay, which is this click here to play, which is pretty cool. And you can adjust where it goes with this little circle right here. See if I let go, it moves it around. And then if you don't use muted autoplay, you can select a poster image, which is like a thumbnail. And then here you can choose a video preset. If I look at this again, you can see it's a very minimal player. It's just like the play button with the overlay. That is the minimal design. I believe that's stock right out of the box. And then I've created some other ones on my website that I've used over the years. I have my Convology version of the minimal. I have one for a webinar I did. I have a course player. I have, I think YouTube optimized might come out of the box, but I may have added this prior to that being an option. But you can add new presets, and I have entire videos on my channel about how to use those. So I'll let you check those out. I'll link them in the description if you're interested in checking those out. And I'll also put some links where you can pick these up if you're not a Presto Player user yet. Highly recommend it as an awesome audio player as well. So that's really all there is to updating the template. You just use the block builder and you make a template like the one that I've shown you here. If you're interested in getting this template, it's pretty simplistic, but it might save you about 20 minutes of time, maybe more, depending on how comfortable you are with the block builder. I'll make this available inside my SureCart course, which you can get for free if you pick up SureCart through my affiliate link, or you can get it inside of the All Access Pass, which is what we've been using as a demo here. Coming back here, you can leave the page layout as the SureCart layout, unless you had a reason to change it to your theme layout. I've never found a reason to in any of my experimentation to use this. I just use the SureCart layout. And then down below, when you have an invoice that gets sent out to the customer, like they'll get a receipt inside their email, and when they download an invoice maybe from their account, there will be a line item that shows what they purchased. So you can customize this. You can call it a bundle discount so that this appears here, or I could say something like Convology all access bundle discount, something like that, something that just lets your customer know that this is a specific line item to upsell. All right, so we have our upsell done. So we'll click update offer, and here we go. We have, let's just real quick run down from the top. We have our upsell. We've given it a name. This is just for us. We've chosen a specific product. It's only going to run on my asynchronous coaching product as a condition on any price. Here's my upsell. This is what we just worked on together. And now we have the option. We can click these three dots here and we can either edit the offer, which brings up this sidebar we were just looking at, or we can click the three dots and click preview upsell. And that's going to open up a preview, which is what we were also just looking at when I showed you this as an example. Now, what I really like about SureCart's implementation of upsells is that they have a very nice if accepted and if declined. So really we have upsells and we have downsells. So if the customer doesn't pick up my Convology All Access offer, I could offer something else. So that would be the if declined, what's the downsell offer? Adding an upsell or a downsell is exactly like we just did with our initial offer. We click add product, we select an existing product from our website, just like we did with our initial upsell. And then we have the exact same options. In fact, I could choose my same template, but I'm keeping that template for my all access. So in this case, I would want to start a new template, or I would simply want to copy the code of my all access template and paste it in and start a new template altogether. So once you've got one of these templates done, really easy to keep going. And then our last option that we have here is the priority slider. This is basically if I scroll back up here, remember we're showing this if a specific product is in the cart, which would in this case be our asynchronous coaching. Let's say that I had other upsells and their conditions included asynchronous coaching. Like maybe I had a upsell that said, if any product is purchased, offer this widget. Well, in order for me to show this particular upsell over that universal upsell, I would need to ensure that this upsell has a higher priority. So you see, you can set it between 1 and 5 on the priority list. Perhaps I would want this to be a 5 if I really wanted this upsell to be offered when someone is checking out with my asynchronous coaching package. And that's it. That's all there is to using the upsells and downsell funnels. Last thing you'd want to do is just make sure in the upper right-hand corner here that you have the funnel active, and you can always reference these three dots to the left of that to archive or delete this upsell. And then when you're done, click Save Funnel, and you're ready to go. Quick wrap up here for you. I think the upsells feature inside of SureCart was really well done. It took a while for it to get out. They were obviously doing a lot more behind the scenes, trying to make it more of a funnel builder rather than just a strict upsell. I'm glad we have the conditional upsell offer. I'm glad that we have the additional upsell past the initial one, if accepted, and I'm glad we have the downsell if they decline the initial upsell offer. I think it's very well put together. I hope that they bring this same exact interface over to order bumps, which I think need, at the time of this recording, a little bit of help. I think order bumps are a little simplistic, but this would be a great addition to building order bumps. And other than that, my only real feedback here, and for your FYI at the time of this video being recorded, the feature missing is the ability to have an upsell completely replace what's in the cart. So if I just purchased, let's say I purchased a course in my example, Let's say I purchased my Thrive Apprentice course. Well, if I offer them the all access pass, that includes the product they just purchased. And I wouldn't want to be selling them something that includes what they just bought. I wouldn't want them to have both of those products on an invoice. That doesn't make sense. In that case, I would want my all access pass to replace my course and allow them just to see the one line item and have one thing that they get access to in the backend. I'm told that's in the works. I have no timeline and I have no guarantee that that's even coming, but that is a feature that I absolutely need in my particular case, since obviously we've been using my all access pass as an example in this build out. But other than that one thing, I think this is very usable and something that I am eager to deploy for myself and for my clients. So that's it for this video. Again, if you want that template, I'll make that available inside of my SureCart course. You can pick that up either through my affiliate link by picking up SureCart, or you can pick up the All Access Pass, which we've been talking a lot about in this video as an example. So that'll do it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.